Hello students, very good morning. All of you are warmly welcome in this YouTube channel that has been planned to provide you online classes of ML Government Group of Schools. And in this class, through this channel, you are getting classes in English. So uh, it is class for class 12th, and students, nowadays in this section we are working with the prose chapters. Up to now we have done 2 chapters in prose, that is the last lesson and the lost spring. After these 2 chapters we are going to take up the third one from the from today onwards. So this is the deep water. Deep water, that is written by William O. Douglas, or William Orville Douglas, who is popularly known as William Douglas. So students, before we talk about the chapter, let us have a view something about the author. William Orville Douglas, who was born in 1898 and who died in 1980, who was born in USA. William Orville Douglas was born in Maine, Minnesota. After graduating with Bachelors of Arts in English and Economics, he spent 2 years teaching high school in Yakima. However, he got tired of this and decided to pursue a legal career. So he met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale. We all know very well that Franklin D. Roosevelt was an American president. So he met Franklin D. Roosevelt at Yale and became an advisor and friend to the president. In brief, he was an American jurist and politician who served as an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the US. Nominated by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, Douglas was confirmed at the age of 40 as one of the youngest justices appointed to the Supreme Court. His term lasting 36 years and 209 days, that was from 1939 to 1975. He was a judge in the Supreme Court of US. It is the longest term in the history of the Supreme Court. Douglas was a leading advocate of individual rights. He was a judge at the Supreme Court of, as I told you, Supreme Court of USA, and retired in 1975 with a term lasting 36 years, and remains the longest service justice in the history of the court. The following excerpt is taken from Men and Mountains by William O. Douglas, the chapter that we are having in our syllabus, that is from one of his book that was actually an autobiographical account, Men and Mountains, of Men and Mountains, that was written by William O. Douglas. Let us have a brief view over this story, that is known as introduction. Okay, so as I told you that the chapter is an excerpt from Of Men and Mountains, that was written by William O. Douglas, and which is an autobiographical account of a childhood misadventure which left an indelible impression on the narrator's mind. Unpleasant and terrifying memories of the childhood haunt even the adult mind. हमारे जीवन में जो अनप्लेजेंट और एंड टेरिफाइंग मेमोरीज होती हैं बचपन की, वो इवन एडल्ट माइंड में भी हॉन्ट करती हैं. The shadows of these frightening experiences continue to lurk and rob the individual of all confidence. One is unable to wriggle out of the clutches of fear till perseverant and planned efforts are made to get over the negative sentiments of fear. ये जो बचपन में हमारे साथ फ्राइटनिंग एक्सपीरियंसेस होते हैं, वो बड़े होने के बाद भी हमारे दिमाग में बने रहते हैं, हमारे दिल में बने रहते हैं, जो कि हमारे पूरे के पूरे कॉन्फिडेंस को कंज्यूम कर जाते हैं और तब तक ये अपना प्रभाव हमारे दिमाग से नहीं रिमूव करते जब तक इनको रिमूव करने का एक परसिवरेंट और प्लान्ड एफर्ट न किया जाए. इट इज देयरफॉर imperative to make such efforts, otherwise one might suffer from lifelong complex. That is why imperative बहुत आता है कि हम ऐसा एफर्ट करें so that such fears may be removed from our mind. पहली बात तो elders should try कि बच्चों के दिमाग में ऐसा डर बनने ही ना पाए. लेकिन अगर बाय द वे ऐसा हो जाता है तो उस डर को निकालने का पूरा प्रयास होना चाहिए. अदरवाइज द पर्सन माइट सफर फ्रॉम अ लाइफ लॉन्ग कॉम्प्लेक्स. पूरे जीवन वो एक कॉम्प्लेक्स में जीता है. So, हम लोग we are going to learn about such a fear that entered in the mind of a child. नरेटर जो कि राइटर खुद है, उसके माइंड में बचपन में एक ऐसा डर समा जाता है और वो बच्चा जीवन भर उस डर की क्लचेस से बाहर नहीं निकल पाता. उससे बाहर निकलने के लिए he has to make perseverant effort, planned effort to get out of that fear. It is an account, autobiographical account you can say, of a childhood misadventure which left an indelible impression on the narrator's mind. ये जो चैप्टर है एक ऐसा ही अकाउंट था. नरेटर के माइंड में एक इंडेलिबल इंप्रेशन डाल जाता है बचपन का एक मिस एडवेंचर. एंड ऑल डिटेल्स, particularly the feeling of fear, remained etched in his mind for years together. सालों साल तक उसका जो प्रभाव है वो उसके दिमाग पे बना रहता है. Later on in his adulthood, he made a deliberate effort to shake off the terrifying memory and get over the phobia of water. और वो जो फोबिया था जो उसके दिमाग में पड़ता है, as I told you, that was from the water. तो फोबिया जो वाटर फोबिया था, हाइड्रोफोबिया था, उससे निकलने के लिए नरेटर को बहुत ज्यादा प्रयास करना पड़ता है. ये एक फर्स्ट हैंड अकाउंट है. It is a first-hand account of the event that gives the readers a feeling that the episode is being reconstituted in front of their eyes. ये इस तरीके बताया गया है क्योंकि दिखता है कि जो भी इवेंट्स हुए हैं वो सब राइटर की आंखों के सामने हुए हैं. एक चीज और जो कि काफी इम्पोर्टेंट है, जो कि आप इस चैप्टर में पाने वाले हैं. पहली बात तो ये चाइल्डहुड एक्सपीरियंसेस की बात की गई और उसका जो मिस एडवेंचर है या जो मिस हैपनिंग्स हैं या जो अगर हम और क्लियरली बात करें तो जो टेरिफाइंग मेमोरीज हैं वो अब जीवन भर अपना प्रभाव डालती रहती है. उनको हटाने के लिए हमें प्रयास करने पड़ते हैं One more point that has been emphasized in this chapter, it is to learn from one's mistakes and experiences. हमें अपनी गलतियों और अपने अनुभवों से सीखना चाहिए. Misadventures are never intended, but an analysis of the same helps to draw a very helpful principle that could guide our future. जो misadventures होते हैं वो कभी भी इंटेंशन के साथ नहीं होते, इंटेंडेड नहीं होते. लेकिन हाँ, अगर हम उन मिसएडवेंचर्स की एनालिसिस करें तो निश्चित तौर से दैट आर गोइंग टू बी हेल्पफुल इन ड्राइंग वेरी हेल्पफुल प्रिंसिपल दैट मे बी अ गाइडिंग फैक्टर ऑफ आवर फ्यूचर. निश्चित तौर से अगर हम उनको अच्छे से एनालाइज करें तो हम अपने जीवन को, अपने फ्यूचर को गाइड करने वाले हेल्पफुल प्रिंसिपल उसमें से निकाल सकते हैं. One should not be intimidated by unfavorable circumstances. हमें इन unfavorable circumstances से intimidate नहीं होना चाहिए. Rather, every experience should be taken as a guiding step forward. ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है जो कि आप इस चैप्टर में सीखने वाले हैं. सो स्टूडेंट्स, इन दिस वे आई थिंक मैंने आपको एक एटमॉस्फेयर देने का प्रयास किया जिसके बारे में हम इस चैप्टर में पढ़ने वाले हैं. तो लेट अस स्टार्ट द स्टोरी. एज यू नो, yes, the beginning of the story goes in this way. It had happened when I was 10 or 11 years old. So, as the narrator recalls that about the experience, the narrator narrates his experience. He was 10 or 11 years old when this misadventure had taken. First of all, I had decided to learn to swim. When Arthur was 10 or 11 years old, he had decided to learn to swim. जब वो 10 या 11 साल का था तभी उसने निर्णय किया था कि वो लर्निंग सीखेगा. And for that purpose, there was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima. याकिमा में एक पूल था. That was YMCA. You know, YMCA is the Young Men's Christian Association. So that he has learned, he had decided to learn swimming in that pool. That is in Yakima. You know, Yakima is a place in Washington, USA. So there was a pool at the YMCA in Yakima that offered exactly the opportunity. ऑथर को YMCA में जो है कि स्विमिंग पूल में स्विमिंग सीखने का मौका मिला. The Yakima River was treacherous. You know, over here he did not go to the Yakima River. वो सीखने के लिए याकिमा रिवर में नहीं गया because the river was considered dangerous. रिवर जो है वो डेंजरस मानी जाती थी, ट्रेचरस मानी जाती थी, उस पर ट्रस्ट नहीं किया सकता था. दिस शोज दैट ही हैड अ प्रायर फियर ऑफ वाटर. अच्छा, इससे एक बात और होती है, सामने आती है कि अगर वो कहता है कि याकिमा रिवर वाज ट्रेचरस, इसका मतलब उसके दिमाग में पहले से वाटर से डर है, वाटर से एक भय उसको ऑलरेडी है. मदर कंटिन्यूअली वार्नड अगेंस्ट इट. His mother also used to give warning various times. William's mother would warn him not to go to near the Yakima River and would discuss the various incidents of drowning. Okay, mother continually warned against it and kept fresh in my mind the details of each drowning. Okay, in the river. अक्सर जितनी भी ड्रॉनिंग्स होती थी इस रिवर में, उसके बारे में उसकी माँ अक्सर उसको बताया करती थी. But the YMCA pool was safe. but there was no problem like that with the YMCA pool. YMCA pool safe था. Okay, he felt that the pool at YMCA was safe. It was only 2 or 3 feet deep at the shallow end, and while it was 9 feet deep at the other, the drop was gradual. The shallow area of the pool was only 2 or 3 feet deep. जो इसका shallow area था वो 2 या 3 feet deep था. While the deep area was 9 feet in depth. जबकि जो deep area था वो लगभग 9 feet deep था. Its slope was not acute. The slope was gradual slope. जो slope था वो gradual slope था. Okay, that is why it is. I got a pair of water wings. He also got a pair of water wings to prevent drowning. वो डूब न जाए इससे बचने के लिए उसने वाटर विंग्स की व्यवस्था कर लिया था. वाटर विंग्स क्या होते हैं? वाटर विंग्स अ पेयर ऑफ इन्फ्लेटेबल वाटरप्रूफ बैग्स होते हैं दैट आर डिजाइन so that one can be attached to each arm, especially of a child learning to swim. ये जब बच्चे जो है कोई बच्चे जो है लर्निंग करते हैं स्विमिंग की तो इसको ले करके वो स्विमिंग सीखते हैं. सो वाटर विंग्स, उसने वाटर विंग्स भी अरेंज कर लिए थे बिफोर एंटरिंग द बिफोर गोइंग टू द पूल. ही हैज अरेंज्ड वाटर विंग्स आल्सो. I hated to walk naked into it and show my skinny legs. Okay, so the author did not like to walk naked. Author जो है वो naked घूमना और मैंने naked होकर के पूल में जाना और अपने स्किनी लेग्स को शो करना लाइक नहीं करता था. He also, he did not like to wear the swimming costume, which exposed his thin legs. But as he was keen to swim, he gave up his self-respect and wore it. Okay, he subdued my pride and did it. यद्यपि उसको पसंद नहीं था कि वो जो है स्विमिंग कॉस्ट्यूम पहने और अपनी स्किनी लेग्स को शो ऑफ करे. स्किनी लेग्स का यहाँ पे जो मतलब है वो है थिन. Skinny legs mean thin legs. Okay. Despite of that, यद्यपि उसको पसंद नहीं था, though he did not like it. Despite of that, he gave up his self-respect and wore it. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to the water when I was in it. Yes, अभी मैंने in the very first paragraph I told you that the fear was in his mind from very beginning. That is being told over here. From the beginning, however, I had an aversion to the water. Author यहाँ पे express करता है. William says that he had always disliked water and recounts an older experience when he was 3 or 4 years old. यहाँ पे आप वो जो है एक अपना एक उसकी लाइफ में जो एक्सपीरियंस हुआ था बहुत पहले उसको वो याद करता है कि वो तब से वो डिसलाइक करता है. He did not like water. उसके दिल में एक एवर्जन है वाटर को लेकर के. जब कभी भी पानी के आसपास जाता है उसके दिल में वही एवर्जन वर्क करने लगता है. Okay, एवर्जन मीन डिसलाइक. Okay, this started when I was 3 or 4 year old and father took me to the beach in California. Yes, author recount करता है. Author recounts that this aversion came in his mind when he was 3 or 4 years old, when he had gone to California beach once with his father. जो अपने पिता के साथ एक बार जब वो 3 या 4 साल का था और वो गया था कैलिफोर्निया बीच पे, वो जो है मिस एडवेंचर तब से वहाँ पे कुछ हुआ था और वो उस कारण से उसके दिल में एवर्जन था. What was that? What was that misadventure? He and I stood together in the surf. Okay, he is recalling that his father and he himself both were standing in the surf. Surf meant in the wave of the sea. समुद्र की लहरों के बीच में दोनों लोग both of them were standing. I hung on to him I mean, they stood as the wave leapt towards them. William William stuck to his father to save himself. विलियम जो है अपने फादर के आर्म को पकड़ा हुआ था. Yet the waves knocked me down and swept over me. Despite of that, the strong wave threw him down and he was covered in water. यद्यपि उसने अपने फादर के आर्म को पकड़ रखा था, चिपका हुआ था उससे, उसके बाद भी जो है इस जो वेव इतनी स्ट्रांग थी कि उसने जो है विलियम को नीचे कर दिया और वो खुद बने और वो जो है विलियम के ऊपर पूरी तरीके से he was buried in the water. वो उसमें जो है पानी में लगभग बरी हो गया था, डीप गया था. ओके, he was covered in water. He was scared as he could not breathe. Yes, I was buried in water. My breath was gone. ऑथर वहां से उस समय काफी डर गया था, उसकी सांस बंद हो गई थी. ओके, I was frightened. He was highly frightened, but father loved. अच्छा, ऐसी कंडीशन में फादर या जो बड़े लोग होते हैं वो जो है हंसते हैं और कहते हैं अरे तुम तो बहुत ही पावरफुल हो, स्ट्रांग हो, ये है वो है. बट वो जो डर था वो ऑथर के माइंड में समा गया था. He was highly scared from the water from that very time. He was frightened. Though father laughed and tried to make him feel comfortable. ये father laugh क्यों किए? उसको comfortable feel करने के लिए. Though father laughed and tried to make him comfortable, but there was terror in my heart at the overpowering force of waves. लेकिन उसी समय से ऑथर के हार्ट में जो है एक टेरर बैठ गया था. From that very time, but the little child was scared when he realized that the waves were so powerful. उसी समय से वाटर के प्रति एक डर समा गया था. वेव्स का भय उसके दिल में समा गया था. My introduction to the YMCA pool, YMCA swimming pool revived unpleasant memories and stirred childish fears. Though it has passed a long time, okay, when he was 3 or 4 years old, at that time this misadventure had taken place, and now he is 10 or 11 years old. तो बीच में लगभग 6-7 साल का समय बीत गया, लेकिन वो जो फियर था वो उसके दिल में बना हुआ था. यद्यपि वो काफी कुछ भूल गया था उसे. But when William joined the swimming pool at the YMCA, the fear of water resurfaced in his mind. जब वो YMCA pool को ज्वाइन किया, after that the fear that has been died in his mind, वो फिर से एक बार रिवाइव हो गया, रिसरफेस हो गया. Okay, but in the little while I gathered confidence. He gathered confidence by watching other boys swimming and tried to. Okay, उसने अपने कॉन्फिडेंस को थोड़ा सा गैदर कर लिया शायद और लोगों को देख करके. I paddled with my new water wings, watching the other boys and trying to learn by apping them. So author जो है अदर जो वहाँ पे होते थे, बच्चे होते थे, उनको देख करके अपने डर को थोड़ा सा सबड्यू कर लिया. He had done this all right. He gathered confidence. Okay, वो अपने water wings में he used to paddle with his new water wings and watching the other boys, apping the other boys, copying the other boys. He was trying to get over the fear of the water. वो पानी के ऊपर अपने डर को जीतने का प्रयास कर रहा था. Okay, I did this 2 or 3 times on different days and was just beginning to feel at ease in the water when the misadventure happened. So he had done this twice or thrice at different occasions and he started gaining confidence. वो अलग अलग different पे 2 या 3 बार उसने जब ऐसे किया तो उसके अंदर का जो वाटर का जो डर था, फियर था, वो धीमे धीमे वाइप आउट होने लगा. He had when incident happened, he had a narrow escape from death. क्योंकि उस समय तो उसका narrow escape हुआ था from the death. Despite of that, वाटर से अभी जो डर था वो धीमे धीमे कम होने लगा था. I went to the pool when no one else was there. The place was quiet, the water was still, and the tile bottom was as white as and clean as a bathtub. Okay, so when William reached the pool, अभी उस दिन की, अभी जिस दिन की मेन घटना हम इस चैप्टर के फर्स्ट पार्ट में डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. We are going to start that. When William reached the pool on the day, उस दिन जब विलियम पहुंचा वहां पूल पे, no one was there and so he sat on the edge. Okay, no one else was there. The place was quiet. It was the place was completely quiet. There was no one at that place. The water was still at that time and the tile bottom was as white and clean as a bathtub. Water एकदम शांत था और जो टाइल बॉटम था that was visible completely white and clean. It was as white and clean as a bathtub. I was timid about going in alone, since up to now he has entered the pool, always entered the pool only when he was with others, but at this time there was nobody, so he could not gather confidence to enter the pool alone. आज और लोग नहीं थे तो वो उसकी हिम्मत नहीं हुई. And so he sat on the edge waiting for other boys to arrive. He was afraid to swim all alone to the pool. Okay, as the swimming pool was empty, William could see the bottom also. It had white colored tiles on it, in it, and looked white and clean like a bathtub. I was timid about going alone. Okay, so I sat on the side of the pool to wait for others. वो वहीं बगल में, पूल के बगल में बैठ करके अदर बच्चों के आने का इंतजार करने लगा. No, I had not been there long when in came a big bruiser up a boy. It has not passed long. It had not been long since William had been sitting by the pool when a boy arrived. अब ज़्यादा देर नहीं हुआ था बैठे हुए वहां पे, तभी एक लड़का आया वहां. A big bruiser, a boy. He was around 18 years old. Okay, probably 18 years old. He was around 18 years old, years of age, and a well-built boy with rippling muscles. Okay, he had thick hair on his chest. Okay, उसके chest पे thick hairs थे, and he was muscular boy. He was a beautiful physical specimen with legs and arms that showed ripples muscles. Okay, उसके जो arms और जो उसके legs थे, उसके muscles जो है rippling muscles थे. He yelled, "Hi skinny, how would you like to be ducked?" So he seemed to be a bully. वो एक bully ऐसा फील किया, मतलब जो छोटे बच्चों को तंग करता है उसकी ऐसा लगा उसको. He asked William if he wanted to be thrown into the pool to be ducked. How would he like if he is ducked into the pool? उसको कैसा लगा कि अगर उसको पूल में डक कर दिया जाए. So with that he picked me up and tossed me into the deep end. Just after saying the boy picked William and threw him into the deep end of the swimming pool. उस लड़के ने क्या किया कि विलियम को उठाया और उसको स्विमिंग पूल के बीचों बीच फेंक दिया. I landed in a sitting position. William landed on the surface of the pool in the same position as he had been sitting in on the edge, on the side of the pool. जिस तरह से वो वहां बैठा हुआ था, इन द सेम पोजीशन वो वहां पर वो वो पूल पे भी गिरा, पूल के बीचों बीच. I was frightened but not yet frightened out of my wits. He was frightened. His mouth was open as he did not know swimming. He was frightened. ऑथर डर गया, लेकिन फिर भी वो पूरी तरीके से उस अपनी विट्स को नहीं भूला था. ही हैड नॉट फॉरगॉटन हिज विट्स, अपने इंटेलिजेंस को नहीं भूला था. वो डरा हुआ था, डरा तो था खूब, बट he was not out of his wits. On the way down, I planned. He began to drown in the. सिंपल सी बात है, अगर वो पूल के सरफेस पे गिरेगा तो डूबेगा तो है. He began to drown. On the way down, I planned when my feet hit the bottom, I would make a big jump. This was his planning. जब वो डूब रहा था तो उसने प्लानिंग किया कि जैसे ही वो बॉटम पे पहुंचेगा, वो अपने पैर से एक बिग जंप लेगा. ओके, दिस वाज हिज प्लान. उसने एक प्लान बनाया कि जैसे ही as soon as he will reach the bottom of the pool, he would take a big jump and would come out on the surface of water. I would make a big jump, come to surface of water, and as soon as he will come out of water, he will lie flat on it and paddle to the edge of the pool. वो ऊपर आएगा और फिर पैडलिंग करता हुआ पूल के किनारे की तरफ आ जाएगा. So students, just think, ऑथर बॉटम की ओर जा रहा है. वो ऑथर इज गोइंग डाउन टू द बॉटम. अभी उसके ऊपर 9 feet वाटर है. विल ही बी एबल टू जंप लाइक अ कॉर्क? क्या वो कॉर्क की तरह वहां से जंप करेगा और तुरंत सरफेस पे आ पाएगा? क्या उसका ये इंटेलिजेंस क्या काम करेगा? क्या उसका ये प्लान ऑफ एक्शन वर्क करेगा? Will he be saved? There are various questions that arise in our mind, but we shall continue this in our next part. Thank you. Have a nice day.